what does it feel like to be here surrounded by all of the other icons? See your photo up here amongst all of the other ones tonight, finally. What does that feel like?
I'm deeply humbled that I was included in a group of people who are mainly my icons. I mean, I've been so heavily influenced and inspired by the majority of the icons that are here, you know, Archbishop Desmond Tutu, Madiba, George Bizos, Ahmed Kathrada, and many others. And I feel a little bit embarrassed, to be honest, that I was included in such a group of people that I hold so dear. And I hope that what comes out of this whole project is a sense that people, everybody who watches it, follows it, must believe that they can make change, they can make the world a better place, and they should not believe that while these 21 people are so exceptional, that they feel disempowered. Because when I agreed to participate in the project, it should be done in a way that it encourages young people, people who are not in leadership right now, who might be older, to believe that in fact they can make a difference and they can actually take leadership. So I'm very pleased to be here, very humbled to be here, and always happy to be home.
Tell me about the charity you're supporting tonight.
So there are two charities that proceeds will go to. One is Greenpeace Africa and the other is Food and Trees for Africa. Food and Trees for Africa does a range of very practical grassroots work in schools, in communities, promoting urban gardens and so on. And Greenpeace Africa is campaigning on climate change, trying to encourage governments across the African continent and businesses to transition away from dirty brown fossil fuel energy, you know, oil, coal and gas, which causes climate change, and move towards clean, green, renewable energy like solar, wind and so on, which we believe is not only good for the environment but also good for the economy, because it can generate thousands of jobs in a new inclusive economy.
Now tell me about the photo. I mean, we're standing in front of your portrait here. Tell me about creating this with Adrian.
Well, to be quite honest, the entire idea was Adrian's. I arrived in Cape Town to do the Julius Nyerere annual memorial lecture, and Adrian and his team picked me up from the airport and took me to Rondebosch, where there was this little beautiful forest. And along the way, he was very gently saying, well, you know, you're starting to warm me up to the idea, because it's kind of weird to be in a dingy in the middle, you know, an inflatable boat in the middle of a forest. So he then was telling me, well, we're going to put a... So I was, to be honest, like trying to figure out, oh my God, how is this going to work? What will people think? And I think the way he put it made sense in the end. He said it's basically saying that you are somebody who challenges the status quo, doesn't accept that the norm is the best that can be in society. You've shown that you're willing to be courageous enough to do things that the majority of people don't actually yet understand is necessary to do. So you don't follow the rules, he said. So why do you want to, you know, just be with an inflatable boat on a river or on water? So, and what there is something I really like about it, and that is two of the biggest issues that we face in the world today is the destruction of our forests and the destruction of our oceans. And we need to understand that protecting the oceans and protecting the forests is not simply about liking nature only, though it'll be nice if people saw the beauty and the intrinsic spirituality in nature. But people need to understand that today forests are the lungs of the planet. They absorb the carbon dioxide. So we're doing two bad things at the same time. We're cutting forests and we are putting more carbon in the air. So focusing on forests is very important. And the second thing is our oceans. If we continue the way we are with overfishing, dumping of toxics and oil spills and so on, in 40 years our oceans will largely be dead. And we need to bear in mind that more than 1 billion people in the world rely on our oceans for food. So So I think that bringing together oceans and forests, both of which are critically related to climate change, I find a very powerful integration of the various different environmental issues that we are grappling with, not just as Greenpeace, but as the world as a whole.
Kumi, thank you.
Thank you very much.